And you might remember to have the various equipment that you might want to support you. Uh, Remember, if you have sore knees or knees that need support, an extra cushion is always good, or an extra folded up mat or a way to fold up your mat. A blanket is always helpful. If you have the long cushion, that's sometimes helpful. And the seated cushion. Some of you have the yoga equipment. Some of you have bolsters, just one bolster. So settle into your spot and know that 1111 is this. It's really a quite a powerful numerology number. There's so many things it represents, but one of them is oneness. Another one is the power of four, which is earth, air, fire, water. You know, those four elements. All of the numerology, there is a meaning for every combination of numbers for sure, among other things. Find the breath. Exhale, finding that extended exhale, which activates the parasympathetic nervous system. So you're going to calm yourself. And sometimes when I begin, it's always when I begin, I go, okay, what do I need right now? And what I need sometimes is deep breath in and just, and that starts to like bring the energy down from as it goes up and out from our bodies. Ground it with that big exhale. And then you can go to the comfortable steady breath, which is equal, just easy in for 4, count of 4, exhale for count of 4. And then you can go to the count of inhale for 4 and exhale for 8. What's fabulous about the practice of pranayama is that as you learn more breath patterns, you pull the one forward that you need for the moment you're in. And then as we're breathing, begin to bring your attention to the heart and inhale gratitude through the heart. Now, gratitude is the key to everything. You making a gratitude list, keeping a gratitude notebook or journal, pretty amazing practice. But as you come here and we work with the heart-brain coherence meditation, as we light up the neurites of the heart and expand the electromagnetic energy of the heart, you can imagine it expanding as you breathe gratitude to the heart, through the heart. It actually ignites, connects with the brain. These are the neurons to the neurites. And we know that we have a nervous system in our gut too. So, that's why we have gut feelings. We can work with all of it. It's like having 3 brains. Changing our neural pathways to recognize that, yeah, we've been heady people. And the brain has been held as the highest of organs to run everything and to know everything. Well, the truth is that as we become whole and holistic, then we can connect with, gut, heart, brain. So inhaling gratitude through the heart, and see if you could have an overflowing heart of gratitude. Maybe your brain will just go and just shoot a million images of what you're grateful for. There's so much to be grateful for. And we are in a world of abundance. Looking at abundance in a different way, perhaps, not looking at it financially. For some people, they go right to that word as a money word. It's not a money word. It's about all of it. You know, abundance of gratitude in your heart. Now, making this stronger, using images to make this stronger. Imagine the green color of the heart, and you're breathing gratitude through your heart, and you're keeping with that extended exhale. Now I'm going to do the pineal opening breath, which is to inhale, extended exhale, and then at the pelvic floor to pulse it like Kegels. So Kegel it, holding the breath out. Then inhale gratitude through your heart, hold the breath in, hold the breath at the top of the breath, and then Kegel it from there. This sends the energy up through the cerebral spinal fluid, up to the very center of the skull, connecting with the pineal gland, your visioning gland. And then exhaling all the way out, holding the breath out and squeezing at the pelvic floor. And then inhale, hold the breath in and squeeze at the pelvic floor, pumping that energy and imagining that energy, remembering that everything is frequency, everything is sound and light. And then exhaling all the way out. And then when your breath is all the way out, again, squeezing at the pelvic floor. This is a researched breath pattern. Taught a lot, a very special breath pattern from Joe Dispenza, which I've introduced you to over time, and I'll put this breath pattern into the next email. Then come to center. Focus on the heart. Okay, words from Thich Nhat Hanh, who we've been studying. Do everything in mindfulness so you can really be there, so you can love. Now recognize that the word love was not brought forward in the HeartMath Institute and all their research for opening the heart. Gratitude, appreciation, caring, and compassion are the 4 top level words that actually light up the neurites of the heart. So just take that word love and think of mindfulness. Do everything in mindfulness so you can be there, so you can love. And just hold that thought. Breathing gratitude through the heart. Inhale, exhale. Bring the fingertips together and the thumbs to the heart. Back to the imagination, all centered in the pineal gland. We want to expand that pineal gland and expand imagination so that we can imagine the new earth, so we can get rid of the old neural pathways that have the old thoughts in your brain. And so you can replace them with new ones. So imagine gratitude. Imagine the colors of the chakras, and we're working still with the 7 chakras, knowing that we're moving into a time of working with 12 chakras. And the chakras that we're moving into in this process of raising our vibration, raising our frequency to create the new earth, are stars, are shining starlight. But right now, we just light up our body with visible light and learn the electromagnetic spectrum and realize that visible light is only an itty bitty bit of this huge electromagnetic spectrum. So red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, and then you bring the thumbs to your third eye, indigo, it's deep, dark, purpley blue, and then violet at the top of the head. With the thumbs at the third eye, we awaken the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, the uh, hypothalamus and the hippocampus. So these are the control centers of the brain. So each of those control centers plays a major part in how our brain works. Then tap the top of the head and remember that we've been practicing and studying the violet flame, the threefold flame in the heart, that the power of three that comes out, and we're starting the understanding of the soul star chakra, the galactic chakra, and the universe chakra. So just breathing into all of that, and then see your body glowing. See it glowing of a white shimmering light outside your skin, and perhaps some other interesting formations of different colors of wavy light. What does this look like? Really? If you could see it through Kirlian photography or some other form of recognizing the electromagnetic field, you would see the colors. Then bring the hands to the heart and your head. Just bow a little bit to come to your own heart chakra. This is bringing your own self into yourself. Namaste. I am that I am. I am my I am presence. I'm present. And I'm at one with all that is. And what I do in my life is important to the whole. The vibration that I create is powerful. And as we bring ourselves together as a group of women, we're even more powerful. Do everything in mindfulness so you can really be there, so you can love. Then release this posture and take a deep breath in. And let go of whatever posture you're in, and we'll come down to the floor. We'll do we've been doing a practice that includes some core strengthening, because I don't do a exercise class at Fitness Over 50 online or in person. And I find that we really all need some of this connection in with the core. This is our power center we're working with, and it really does connect all the other parts of the self. So it's like the center, it's like above the belly button, below the heart, below the chest. So pull the knees in, just loosening up for a moment. Roll the knees in a circle. Just a few like warm-ups, really slow warm-ups. My weekends are usually pretty busy, and I'm imagining most people's weekends have that level of something they're doing out there in the world. I went to Fall Festival here, and it was like the largest group of people I had been in since the beginning of COVID. So it was really interesting, a little stressful. Bring the knees in, bring the head up to the knees, hands to the feet, and to release all that stress. Always it's good to tense the body. And this is also, it represents, how did we form? The Big Bang. This is how a star, it builds up, builds up, builds up. And then when it explodes and then implodes. It's very interesting. And then out, 5-pointed star, and just feel the expansion, because if you can feel that from the seed to the expansion, it's kind of seeing the seeds burst into greenery and flowers early in the spring, and how much new life that is. So bring it in again. So bring the hands as far to the feet as they go, but if they don't go to the feet, you can put your hands behind your knees, on top of the knees, or down the shins, or to the feet, or you can use a strap. So from Rumi, we have, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. And I'll read that a couple of times during our class. Up into 5-pointed star, we'll read it right now again, just to hear it again. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you've built against it. So, that's what's happened to many women who, have to build the barriers because of needing to trust another person. It happens also we know now that early childhood trauma is part of this. As we place their feet flat on the floor, drop the knees side to side, there's so much material coming forward that's putting together our the new neuroscience with psychology and what's happening to understand how it all gets started, how our different kinds of mental illness get started, or barriers, or defense mechanisms. So this is just to loosen the pelvis, and then bring yourself to center. Bring the hands down by your sides and inhale up. With the big inhale, exhale down, bringing the breath into what's called the full complete breath. So it's a full complete breath. And exhale all the way down. And as slow or as fast as your body wants to go. Arms can come over the head, or they can stay down by your sides. For those of you who even want to play with weights, you can always have little weights in your hands or around your wrists, and you can always wear them all during yoga. Strengthen your arms a little bit more. Interdisciplinary yoga is what I teach, and that means that I bring in all parts. Yoga is an umbrella for everything else coming together: science, spirituality, neuroscience, certainly psychology. Positive psychology is my form. Then inhale up and hold yourself there and pulse the hips to the ceiling, and you're working with the back body. Arms can be over your head or down by your sides. What I like about my arms over my head is that when I release them, I feel this interesting release, interesting relaxation. Also, it helps to relax the arms and keep the range of motion, keep teaching the body what the range of motion of the arms is. Then hold for a moment. And those of you that want to use a block, just put a block underneath your sacrum and just rest on top of the block, or a cushion, or a folded up or rolled up blanket. It's going to just hold you up there a little bit. And you make a little tiny back bend. And you're also working with the core. We're working with the glutes here. And you might, if you want to feel the tightness of the glutes, you can put your hands back there and feel how tight they get. You can tighten them by squeezing, or you can loosen them, and then you're going to hold your body up in a different way. So you're really practicing, what does my body want to do? You can bring the arms down by your sides. And the next thing we've been doing is walking in place, because this is also both a core strengthener and it's a balancer. And you can lengthen out the legs if you want. Breath, movement. And you can go as slow as you want. I'm going to hold one side, and we're going to lift and lower for those of you who want. You're going to see the opposite leg is going to really take it on, other side, and lift and lower a little bit. Don't forget to breathe. And then down, and then onto your toes. So if I ever move too fast, know that you can always skip a part. This is all vinyasa yoga for the most part. If you want more, basic hatha yoga, hold in a posture in stillness and don't go into the other forms. Then lower yourself down, pull the knees in, take a deep breath in and out. Then lengthen the legs out, stretch from the heels of the hands to the heels of the feet, and hold your breath. Oh, hold the breath, hold the breath. Really stretch and then relax. Next core piece is knee to elbow. So we know you can go hand to elbow and just lift up the legs. That's very gentle, and it's going to still cross the wires of the brain. It's going to cross the neurons of the brain. And here we can go knee to elbow. Feet come 1 foot down onto the floor. You can lift the feet off the floor. Exhale on each side. And you can lengthen out one leg and lower it down. And you do as many, it doesn't matter how many repetitions, and it doesn't matter what you choose. Something is always going on in the body that is helpful. Then hold one side and hold the other side. Take a breath. And then back to center. Pull the knees in. And then hands behind the head again. One more. This is just the shoulder lift. Look at the ceiling. Just lift the shoulders up. Now, if you don't need to hold your hands behind the head, you can put them behind your ears or cross them over your chest. Just notice what the head needs. What does the neck need? You can bring the feet off the floor and exhale as you come up. You can lengthen out the legs. You can lengthen and lower. And just see where you feel it. You know, you can put your hand there. Feel what's going on in your core. This is that really central place above the belly button, below the chest. Imagine it as a yellow sun. We all know what a yellow sun looks like. And then hold the posture. Don't hold the breath. You're just holding in a shape, sounds and smells and feeling of the air on your skin, just being present. Do everything in mindfulness so you can love, so you can be there, so you can be present. Then pull the knees in. Then rock yourself up when you're ready, hands behind your knees, or roll yourself over to the side if this doesn't work, and bring yourself up. I go right to loosen the pelvis, hands behind, just holding you up there. And then over to the right side and dive into the knee. Inhale and exhale. And just start to feel the fluidity in the spine. Change directions. Feel the arms here. Put your attention on a little tiny push-up. So if that's all you do for your arms in one day, that you actually have something little you're doing for your arms. And then inhale up, raise up out of the crown of the head. And then look around over the right shoulder. Now, this next quote is one I really live by, and that this is what Rilke says. True love is two solitudes who border, protect, and salute each other. True love is two solitudes who border, protect, and salute each other. Now, while you're looking around over that right shoulder, take your eyes and look to the left and look to the right and look to the left, look to the right, look up, look down. Don't move your head, just move your eyes, go around in a circle, and then see if you can do a figure eight. Figure eight, and then back to center. Anything you do with exercising the eyes is going to help with your eyes. But looking to the right and the left, your head is turned to the right. You're going to, if you look to the left, you're going to also stimulate the vagus nerve. A lot of eye work there. Rapid eye movement. A lot of you've probably done it. EMDR. And then around. Today we haven't done this whole series in a while. So today we're going to come down on our elbow or our hand or hands on the knee and lift the back leg. We haven't done this in a while, those of you who come regularly. And then kick it out and back. And just notice what goes on there. And then instead of bringing it around, come down all the way and pull the ankle in to stretch the quad. Now you may notice this is kind of like the same stretch you get when you stand and you do dancer as a balancing posture. And that's the thing about yoga is that, each posture, each of the stretches are things that happen standing, seated, lying down. You could do it any way you need to. So we're stretching the quad. If you can't catch the ankle, then catch the above, in the foreleg or even behind the knee, or just bend it. Or you can use a strap. Then bring yourself back up. And again, you're in mermaid position. Hands behind and lower. Knees go back and forth. Then over and dive. Feel the transfer of weight onto the arms. Feel the stretch on the left side. Feel what's going on in your body. What's the shape? How's the spine moving? Where do you feel this movement? Can you feel it from the back foot all the way up through the crown of the head into every fingertip? Where's the breath? Full presence is being fully present with all of that. It's just a practice. What makes you fully present? Then change directions. Lead with the chin, push off with the hands if you were in the opposite direction. Feel the strengthening of the arms, the undulating of the spine, the breath. True love is two solitudes who border, protect, and salute each other. Then lift up out of the crown of the head. Border, protect, salute. Bring yourself around. Look over the left shoulder. Wait. Yes. Now look all the way around. Some of you can find your back foot. That's really stretching the eyes to look around, and the body. Don't shift anything majorly. You just want to see if you can get there. And then again, with the eyes, look to the left, look to the right, look to the left, look to the right. The eyes are going left to right. And you can play with them and say, okay, let me see if I can do a figure 8 with the eyes. Can I look up? Can I look down? Eye exercises. Really good, especially for all the changes that our eyes make as we get older. And then come back around. But before we leave here, lift the back leg. Now, if you have, incredible strength, you can lengthen out that leg. You can come up onto your hands. It's a little harder when you come up onto your hands. See what you got there. Breathing, being present, no judgment. No judgment about what you can and cannot do, what the body is, what the body doesn't do. Some of us have very difficult bodies we're living in, and we have to keep working on those neural pathways that go, I am happy, healthy, strong, vibrant, radiant, and I live my life with great purpose. We have to keep like, yay, and then kick out and back. True love is two solitudes who border, protect, and salute each other. And I really like that one, especially for a long-term relationship, like my 45 years with my husband. That's really a good description of what we do. Border, protect, and salute. And then come up and shake out the legs. Oh, wait, we didn't stretch. Come back down. Stretch that quad, that right ankle. Catch it and stretch it back. Ah. You can come down further. You can come down. It's just, where are you going to get the best vantage point here? Where are you going to get the best place where you can feel what you're doing and what is present in that leg, and just be present with it. Breathing and then let go. Coming onto your belly today, tucking the toes there, and cerebral spinal fluid balancer on the front surface of the body is like this. You come all the way down, you're on your elbows, your head is forward, and your chin is above the floor, and you press into the feet and you jiggle yourself. Your arms really aren't doing anything. It's the toes that are doing it. Don't forget to breathe. Let's see, we've done Thich Nhat Hanh, we've done Rilke. Let's see, we're going to do these two. Oh, we did that one. Rumi. And then slow that down and bring your hands to your chest, down to your chest. So if you can see on the screen, I don't know if you're watching it, but you bring the hands, palms face down on the to where the chest is. You press into those hands and come back all the way to fold. Now, if this fold doesn't work for you, or you need a cushion, grab the cushion when you're up on your hands and knees, and you come back into child. The cushion could go under your knees or on top of the your calves. I've shown you this many times, so I hope most of you have this understanding. And then your head, if it can get down to the floor, fabulous. But if it can't, blocks, cushions, your hands, you can take your hands and you can lace the fingers, put the thumbs up, or stack the fists on top of fist. And breathe into the lower back. Now, if you feel like your body really needs to stay here, then stay here. But if you come into the vinyasa here, we're going to come up into upward dog, extend the arms out, and then your body will come up and you'll be right there. Your arms should be right underneath your shoulders, and you're in the back bend. And then you do this motion with the breath. Inhale back. Exhale when you get there. Inhale up. Exhale when you get there. And then find your own flow. Then the next time we come up into upward dog, you hold the posture for a moment. Feel the strength of your arms, press into the hands, head comes out of the shoulder girdle, pull up from the belly button, or pull in from the core, so that actually is supporting you. You might feel the arms getting a little bit of that strengthening as you hold it. Then tuck the toes behind you. Now, if this doesn't work for you, come to hands and knees first. We're going up into downward dog, so tuck the toes and you just push into the hands and you end up in downward dog. Heel walk, so that you can, again, work with the muscular skeletal structure here. Most of us need to work on continually conditioning our legs one way or the other. Then walk yourself to your hands, or walk your hands to your feet. Stay folded over. You know this. You can do supported squat. You can do supported squat with your hands facing each other, and your knees can be even more bendable there. Or you can do ragdoll. They're all kind of related postures. You can do a little bit of all of them. You can do standing forward bend with or without a block or cushion or chair. So you're playing and you're honoring you're honoring what you need. Now here's one from Paramahansa, from Yogananda, Self-Realization Fellowship, while you're hanging down over here, and you may have had too much. You may want to go up to your elbows. Love is life flowing from a state of consciousness from which stems all the thoughts, deeds, and actions that are most appropriate to the evolution of the other. Another one I live by. I'll read that a couple times. Bend the knees and bring yourself up and back and to the heart. Now, take a moment to just stand and feel the results of the practice so far. And we did mostly on the floor. Sometimes that's just the way it comes through me, and it always seems appropriate. Go onto the toes and back and forth. Just feel this. And love is life flowing from a state of consciousness from which stems all the thoughts, deeds, and actions that are most appropriate for the evolution of the other. I love that. Then inhale the arms up. A little back bend here, half sun salutation, just bend the knees, exhale. Straight legs, flat back, look up. Exhale down, inhale up and back and to your heart. And again, inhale, back bend, exhale. Straight legs, flat back, look up with an inhale. Exhale down, inhale up and back and to the heart. One more time. And back and exhale down. Straight legs, flat back, look up. Exhale down. Inhale. Back and to your heart. Inhale up. Exhale, bend the knees and hands to your heart. Now, this one I've shown you a couple times, but again, I like to bring in the things we haven't done in a while. And this is the spinal twist with the awkward pose, or Utkatasana, or the chair pose. So we've done this before, and you keep a little curve in your spine, wiggle your pelvis till you feel like you've got this nice little stability here, and then your hands come to the heart. And what we're going to do is just look to, let's see, the left elbow towards the right side, and that's a spinal twist. The next level of that is to come down onto your knee, and you actually have a foundation of putting that elbow on your knee. Your hands are forming a triangle with your shoulders up to the head, and that makes it a very strong, stable posture. You can also put the left hand on the floor and the right hand up and put the head in alignment. Instead of drop down, you can put it in alignment with the spine, or you can look up at that hand. Some people can turn their head all the way that way. I can't. So which one is the one that you can do? And some of them are just standing up and turning to the side. 1, 2, 3. I usually go for the middle ground. Then come back to center. Ground yourself. Toe balance. Focus on something not moving. And then down. And you're back to do the other side. I'll show it to you from the front. That was the right elbow to the left side. So the left elbow to the right, and you just look to the right. Bend the knees and breathe and just look to the right. Next level, elbow onto the knee. And this can be done with a block or without a block. You could put a block on the floor or a cushion and put your hand on the floor and look up or look to the side, balancing yourself with putting the head as best you can in alignment with the spine or looking up. Don't hurt your neck. Watch what's going on. And again, I usually go to the center practice. See what you go to. Honor whatever your body says to do. And then bring yourself back to center. Lift up. Toe balance. Focus on something, not moving. Maybe the arms come apart and then down. And then shake it all out. Big breath, shake it out. Do a little dance to shake it all out. Really keep shaking for a moment. Remember, this is cross modality. All sorts of body, mind centering modalities have you do a lot of shaking. Shake the buttocks, shake all the fascia you can find in yourself. Hardest part for me is shaking my head. And then just stand, close your eyes, see how that feels. Left leg into the floor, right foot and the hands, gentle posture of the tree. Back to the beautiful autumn that we're having. Gratitude in my house for gratitude in my heart for all the colors of all the autumn leaves. Oh, and gratitude for the rain. And then you can always lift that foot up off and above the ankle, below the knee. And you can always put the hand someplace else above the head. And you can always put that foot all the way up the toe above the knee if you've really got a lot. And then if you're going to fall, just be gracefully part of the dance down into the other foot, toe on the floor, and just get there. This is the first way. And it's a beautiful shape. And you can think of trees. Think of your favorite tree. Decide what you're going to do with those arms. Hands together kind of gives you a foundation that's pretty interesting. It just happens. Maybe you want to bring your arms up. Maybe you want to bring your foot up. Maybe you want to hold a wall, a table, a chair. Anything goes here. Breath, and then let it go. Shake it out. Stand in mountain. And you could have your hands at your heart, or your hands by your sides, or your hands over your head, both feet grounded. Love is life, flowing from a state of consciousness, from which stems all thoughts, deeds, and actions that are most appropriate for the evolution of the other. Very interesting way to look at love. Then inhale up, and with the ha breath, ha, ha, ha. Last time, ha, ha. Okay, coming back down to the floor, drop the chin to the chest, roll down the spine, all the way down. Step back, heel walk. Down to the knees and back around. Now, consider if there's other things your body needs right now that you'd like to do. Like maybe you need to get the strap and do a little leg stretch series. Maybe you need to just come into Shavasana. I'm going to come into this glorious posture to open my heart as I read to you the statement that I have about trust. Two statements. Soles of the feet together in just this open-hearted reclined goddess. Excuse me. Head back, dug that to my throat. So as you settle down into this posture, either a rolled up blanket on the floor, you're sitting on the floor, your spine opens up as you come back on it. Your knees, you can prop them up or not, like you don't have to use any props, and you could do this reclined goddess, soles of the feet together, arms out. So this is from Rico, and I don't know Rico as much as I have read um, Rumi and the Thich Nhat Hanh and Rilke. But Rico, the foundation of adult trust is not "you will never hurt me." It is "I trust myself with whatever you do." The foundation of adult trust is not "you will never hurt me." It is "I trust myself with whatever you do." Yeah, so I will put these, I'm going to take photos of these and make photos of them to put on the next email, which will come out sometime soon. So just as you take in these words, I know a lot of times you need it in front of you, and a lot of you like to take notes. I will send these to you. But make this image. It's really creating the image of, what does this mean? The foundation of adult trust is not that "you will never hurt me." It is "I trust myself with whatever you do." And then the just reviewing, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all of the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. And then do everything in mindfulness so you can be there, so you can truly love. And then love is life flowing from a state of consciousness from which all thoughts, deeds, and actions are appropriate for the evolution of the other person. Oh. Then bringing your hands to your heart, just bring the hands there again in namaste. Bringing yourself back to yourself again. To take your hands, instead of in palm to palm, put one hand on top of the other. Relax the elbows down and just hold yourself there in your own self-love. And you could apply what we've done here to your self-love. Even the word trust. And what is self-love? Could you come up with your own statement? We always say, start with yourself. So imagine this love for yourself, the trust for yourself, so that your intuition can be strong. Your imagination of the new you as we enter into this higher vibrational frequency of the new earth, which means the humans are all vibrating at a higher frequency. So see yourself, love yourself, and the wisdom that you have, your collected wisdom, will guide you with the understanding of your own self-love and the love for others. As we bring our hands palm to palm, may we have peace, and may what we do here go out onto the world and make more peace. Then releasing whatever posture you have, and if you're in something where you're relaxed and you want to just stay there, remember, just stay there. You can come for a moment into Shavasana, feel the release if you're in a posture. Take a breath or two. Just feel it. Be present. Roll to your side into fetal posture and just be present. Just feel it. Then press into your hands and come up into mermaid position and just feel the body settle, respond to the quantum field. So you have, the gravity part of the quantum field, part of one of the forces, electromagnetic spectrum, another force. I can feel those two forces. I can see those two forces. I can understand those two forces. The two nuclear forces, I'm still coming up with a way to embody them, to think about them, to feel them, to visualize them. When you feel ready, bring yourself up.